It is revealed that there are two gods in our world, the creator God Jesus and the destroyer Satan, both competing for the heart of man. Know the truths and understand the origin of the Ten Commandments. This book is said to deliver mankind from the shackles of deceit, destruction, decadence, and death of today's world. Read Jesus' verses and know the truth, and the truth will set you free, so said our God Jesus. Jesus' verses. This book will change our world.
The origin of the church. What is church? Mother church. Mother church in English came from Scottish word mother kirk. Kirk, K-I-R-K. Mother kirk came from a Greek mythology called Mother Circe. Mother Circe in Greek mythology was she had some powers. She comes out, sees people in the street, a man, anybody she meets in the street. She hypnotizes you. She doesn't have a farm. She doesn't have nothing, but she eats every day. How? She hypnotizes you and takes you to her house. When he takes you there, then he turns you into an animal and eats you. That was the work of Mother Circe in Greek mythology. And this mythology came down onto the Christians. In Scotland, they call it Mother Kirk. The same word Circe in Scottish is kirk. And the same word kirk in Scottish is now English church. So what is Mother Church doing now? Mother Church goes out there, gathers people and brings them into a room, in the hall, in the congregation hall, and hypnotizes you and feeds off you. Mother Church does not turn you into an animal and eats you. He eats off you by your offering and every day your tithe and whatever. Can you see that when you go into a church, when you belong to a church, what you have done to yourself is from the day you enter into a church, you have ceased thinking. Because when you say anything above what the pastor is preaching, you are either out of the church or you will be demonized. So when you accept to join a church, you accept that the pastor knows more than you, and you can never know more than the pastor. When you go into a church, you have accepted from the time that you are sitting down there in the congregation in the pews, your mind is closed. Because I tell you, can you imagine, big man like you go to a church, and then the pastor says, say after me, resurrection. Then you all shout, resurrection. Say after me, I am born of God. I am born of God. Congregation, adults, 2,000, 20,000 people, they will all say the same thing together. Where do you get this kind of action? Apart from in a classroom, in an elementary school, class 1, class 2, class 3. Even at the university, the lecturer will never tell you to repeat after him. But in the church, the pastors will let you do it after them. Say it like me. Now you are commanded to do things, and that is a form of hypnotism that is going on with Mother Church.
So that is not obedience, because
pastors
are seen as chosen of God, representing God, and they have to be obeyed.
If I have time, I will tell you about the church. The church, as I said, is a state. God wants a state. In this state, we pay taxes. The taxes build our roads, build our schools, our hospitals, and all the facilities that we have in the state. Well, now, when you belong to a church, you are supposed to be belonging to a society or a state that takes your taxes, which are your offerings, to invest it for you. You see, so the church is supposed to provide the things that the state is supposed to have provided for you. Now, what do we see now?
There isn't much time to delve into all because it is all contained in the book. Look at chapter 7 of the book where you talked about the head of God, the contemporary church.
Yes.
I'm sure all that you need to say
all of them are stuck in
the book.